Greetings everyone, welcome back to my channel Data Sculptor. Today we are going to see another interesting SQL question. So this time we have a table called employee and you have multiple columns: employee ID, employee name, company name, start date, end date and is current organization. So employee ID is the value for each and every employee ID. So and for every one employee name you'll have a single employee ID, and company name is the history of companies which the employee has worked, and start date and end date is the starting date and the ending date for that particular company, and is current organization. So suppose if it's zero, that means the company, that means the user has or the employee has previously worked in that organization. And if is current organization is one, that means the user is currently working in that organization. So for Alice has worked in company A, started, and it has some start date and end date, and currently working in company B, that's why end date is null. So what we need to do is, based on this data, we need to find the total experience for the employee. So the total overall experience, including the current experience with plus the previous company's experience. And based on the total experience, you need to categorize the employees level as junior, senior, or veteran. So hope you all understood the question. So now let's go back to SQL Server Studio and see how to solve this. So as discussed, this is the table employee job history. So you can see the employee ID, employee name, and the company name, and the start date and end date. So his current organization is 0 and 1. So if the current organization is 1, the end date will be null. So first what will we do? We'll try to calculate the experience for each employee in each of the company. So for that, we'll use select from employee job history, and employee ID, comma, employee name, comma, company name, comma, start date, comma, end date, and comma, date diff. We need to use the date diff function, and we need to calculate the experience in years. So we have to use the year, comma, start date, comma, end date as experience. Okay. So if we run this, we'll get the required output. Okay. For experience, for end date is null, we are getting experience as null because if the end date is null, you'll not get be able to calculate. So for this, since if the current organization value is 1, that means the employee is still working. So here the end date, instead of null, we need to consider the current date. So E is null of end date, comma, if the end date is null, get date. We need to use the get date function to get the current date. Okay, and once you run this, you will get the required output. So Alice in company has experience of 1 year, and in company B still working 2 years, and Bob 1, 3 and 1. Okay, and that's where we have got the experience for each and every employee. And now what we have to do? So what we have to do, we have to calculate the total experience for each and every employee. So now after this, what I will do, I will remove the unnecessary parts. So we don't require company name, start date and end date. So I will remove this, and this date diff, we can directly use the sum function. So if we directly use the sum function over here, we'll get the total experience, total underscore experience, and we have to use this employee ID and employee name in the group by employee ID and employee name. And when I run this, okay, let's run these two together so that we'll validate whether it's correct or wrong. Okay, so Alice has experience 1 and 2, so total experience is 3. For Bob it is 1, 3 and 1, so total experience is 5. For Charlie it is 6, and for Diana it is 5, 5, 10 plus 4, 14 plus 4, 18. So 18. So now we have got the total experience for each and every employee. And next thing what we have to do, we have to follow these rules. If the experience is less than 4 years, it's the employee is junior. If it is 4 to 7 years, then senior, and if it's greater than 7 years, it is veteran. Okay, so what we have to do, let's keep this in a CTE, with CTE as uh, this one, and select from CTE and employee employee ID, comma employee name, comma total experience, comma case when total experience is less than or equal to uh, 4, then junior. Okay, when total experience is greater than 4 and total experience is less than or equal to 7, then senior. When otherwise else, we can directly use the else, it is veteran. The level is veteran, else veteran, end as end as level. Okay, and this is the output we'll be receiving. So junior, Alex is junior, Bob is senior, Charlie is senior, and Diana is veteran. So in this way, we'll be able to calculate the employee's level based on this experience. So hope you all like this question and also the solution. If you like this, please click on the like button. Also click on subscribe button for more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.